right here, man. Everyone say hi, Pavan.
Hey guys.
So Pavan is someone that I got the chance to actually spend a lot of time with over the course of the last couple of years. And it's really interesting to watch the transition of what's taken place from mortgage into what it is that you do now. So granted, there is a mortgage leg of what they do, but being a brilliant engineer, he said, how many of you guys have had challenges before being able to get a loan officer to call you back, being able to get answers, being able to actually get some type of insight that you need right away, and it took forever? Raise your hand if any of you guys have ever, everyone get their hands up in the air, because I own a mortgage company, I know the dumbasses, right, sometimes, so, and I love them all. But why don't you tell me a little bit about the evolution of what took place from mortgage over to the artificial intelligence software system that you guys have?
Well, first, I want to talk about Bill and John and how fortunate you all are to be here. I've made hundreds of millions of dollars based on what they teach. Okay. Rule number one, I think the most important thing I've learned from them, and it's a philosophy I've applied my whole life, which is add value. Add value without expectation. Second thing that I learned that was really important was for the person you're selling, I think the number is something like 13 or 14 times you have to touch them. So you have to keep adding value 13, 14 times and stay consistent. Don't give up. Keep touching them. Right, so whether you're recruiting or whether you're working with a listing, trying to get the listing or whatever, keep touching, keep adding value. Don't get discouraged. Second, third time doesn't turn. Because it's 14. I think it's 14.
It's 14 to 27 now at this point. Like like on an online lead, it's up to 27, and it's increasing because of the marketplace.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And I'm glad you brought that up regarding the marketplace. So it was who had a lot of fun the last couple of years. Soaring prices, low interest rates, yeah. But what has happened now? Now you have high prices, high interest rates, people's real income has dropped. It's harder to get and people's cash reserves have diminished. So now before you could ask for 20% down, now you got to go with 3.5% down. You got to do a lot more FHA deals, right? We're seeing a market where FHA interest rates are actually lower than conventional interest rates. We got people with unstable overtime. People's 401k accounts have shrunk, right?
I got mine, by the way. I literally about 4 or 5 days ago, and I didn't even look at it for the last couple of months, and I opened that up, and I was like, ah! Anyone have an on their 401k for real, or your IRAs, right? Oh my gosh, really? Yeah, for sure. That's oh no.
Yeah, well, especially all now when you're trying to get a loan done because you can use that 401k as reserves. And that's disappeared, and you have a harder time qualifying. So you need expert solutions right away, and you need to be patient. Okay, if someone's overtime, let's say they got a lot of overtime in 2020, 2021, doing all the COVID stuff, right? And now the overtime's gotten sporadic. So that this lead, this consumer that walked in, may not qualify just right now. You're going to qualify in 3 months, 6 months. You got to be patient. You got to keep touching them. Keep adding value for the long run before you can convert that. Right? So it's a big investment. Right? And you need, somehow you can get answers right away. Right? If you touch a consumer right now, and he gives you the information, you need to know right away whether this is somebody who's going to approve and ready to go to contract tomorrow. Is it next month? Is it 6 months? Is it 1 year? How do you get those answers really fast? I had one guy jumping out of his chair thinking that his loan officer would call that.
So you guys, this is really cool what they did, guys.
Yeah.
You guys should. What you created.
So what we created, I own a mortgage company, so I'm not number one thing that I teach my loan officers is understand one thing. Right? Who owns the customer? You, the realtor. Right? You spend a fortune acquiring that customer, right? And the loan officer comes in to acquire that customer from you. Right? You're the smartest one in the room because you acquired the customer. That is really, really hard. And I know we buy leads, we do all of it, internet marketing, everything. I know how expensive it is, how much hard work it is to get that customer. Right? And what you don't want is letting, especially in this market, letting customers that need 3 months, 6 months to mature, or even 3 days to mature. Right? You don't want those to slip through your fingers. You don't want to see a customer, he gives you his income situation, maybe he had a job gap, maybe his first time home buyer or whatever, and you think that, oh, I couldn't do that loan last time, so yeah, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Because it sounded really similar to something that you couldn't do. Right? And now you just lost a perfectly good buyer. Right? So now imagine if you had a system where you could take that information and you talk to it, just like you talk to your friend on WhatsApp or any other chat system. You talk to it, you text, you can use the voice to, just like imagine if you go to Alexa. Alexa, I've got a borrower who had a 3 months job gap and some erratic overtime to connect with this loan. What did Alexa say?
We had 25 different answers for you, none of which actually give you an answer. So you guys created.
We created what we call Morgan, which is short for Mortgage Magician. And what you give it, the scenario, and give it a few minutes, and give you an answer back. Now the key to the answer is exactly right. That's why it takes a few minutes. You go to Google and you ask it a question, you get 10 zillion responses, right? And you got to read through it and figure out what the right answer is. Morgan gives you the exact right answer, and it's guaranteed. My lending company, Morgan is owned by my tech company. We have over 50 patents on the technology that my tech company owns. My lending company insures the answers to Morgan.
Listen to that right there. So imagine having a place that you can go to be able to figure out if a buyer could be able to move forward, right, in terms of their ability to be able to purchase, or you had a specific question, within 2 to 3 minutes you get an answer back. That answer is secured based upon a finance company that says, we put our name behind this, etc., right, where you have the ability. And here's the thing, right, Pavan and I were talking, he's like, I don't care if they ever use my mortgage company. I just want them to be able to actually engage in the app and be able to give them something that they can use so that the consumer can get a better experience, period, and so that the agents have an ability to have more certainty in their conversations. Is that rad, guys? I mean, I'm telling you, like, I played around with this. Holy shit, it's amazing. You know, like, it's incredible. Yeah.
I'll tell you something. Why would I do that? Why would I spend all this money? I listen to it. This is the philosophy that they taught me, which is give you value. Right? And you turn around and you give value to your customers, like Lion King, Circle of Life.
Yes.
Which I do love. One amazing thing about Bill is he and I have the same taste in music. And if you want some of my, if you follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, you'll see some of that. So now this thing, Morgan is so smart. It doesn't just know mortgages. I actually went in there this morning and I asked it. I said, "What is Bill Pipe's favorite song?" And you all can try it. You go to use Morgan.
Actually, what is it? Is it Use Morgan? What is it? Like, take your phone out. Let's do this really quick.
Yeah, you go to usemorgan.com.
Usemorgan.com.
And you can say, "What is Bill Pipe's favorite song?"
Yeah.
Well, who knows the answer? Who knows the answer?
I think I know the answer. I'm like, how the hell does it know my answer? What is this song? By the way, this is awesome. You guys should play around with the app a little bit as well, too.
Now, the way the app works is, remember, every answer it gives is guaranteed. So it's tapped into his brain and it's figured it out, right? And if it's wrong, then we're going to write him a check.
That's right.
Because it's insured. Right? So the way the app works is you ask it any complex questions or whatever. It takes some time. It takes a couple minutes. It goes to the full algorithm. There's a brain melt with him, gets the answer, and it gives you the results. Right? So you can ask it, you can take a picture of a W-2, upload it in there, right? You hit the clip icon, take a picture of a W-2, maybe take a picture of some K-1s and, you know, whatever, 401k accounts and whatever, and say, what is the qualifying income, right? I'm thinking of buying, this guy's looking at buying a $500,000 house, right? Would he qualify?
Now think about how rad that is, because it's back based upon the financial company. They put their name behind it when it comes back as well too. Do you guys get that, like, this is a disruptor in the space of mortgage, period, right now? Because it answers all those questions within 2 to 5 minutes, and sometimes it takes you a day to get back, and you immediately have to, what is the song?
Jump.
Jump, yes! Have you played Jump? That's what starts every single one of the seminars off with. That's amazing. What's that? There it is. Okay. All right. So guys, perfect. So you guys are in the back of the room, right? Okay. They're in the back of the room. Here's what Pavan and I were talking about. At lunch, play around with Morgan. Like, for sure, play around with Morgan. Put some stuff in there. See what it can do. You know, that's all that we ask. It isn't like, hey, go use this mortgage company to do whatever. It's play around with the app.
It's an investment in you. It's a value that I'm giving you. It's free. You can use it. And by the way, can go back and get one of these cool shirts. He would look even better. I know you were talking earlier about getting in shape. Now he will look even better. So, anyways, you can also ask him for a shirt. And anyone you know can ask him for a shirt. You go on this, I want a shirt, and I'll mail the shirt to you.
Pretty cool.
So it's just a nice little fun thing to do with this, to get used to, get comfortable. But ask it like really serious questions. And then, for all of you who are here from Texas and Florida, we have a special offer. You can make another 70 basis points on your closings. Come back there and see me and explain how that works. So we're doing a pilot program in Texas and Florida that directly you can make more money.
I love it. You know, guys, we are committed, John and Dan and myself are committed to bringing you like the most relevant things that are happening inside the industry, and I really do believe this is a massive disruptor, what Pavan is doing. I've never seen anything, when he and I were talking about it, I'm like, holy shit, man, I've never seen anything like that. You know, and look, it's just more value. What we do for you is exactly what we want you to do for your clients as well too, right? So this is a gift from Pavan. Pavan is a gift that we are giving to all of you. Can you guys thank him and clap it up for him if you will, please?